Come sit closer, sweetheart. The house gets quiet in the evenings, and my voice isn't as strong as it used to be. You see that old cabinet by the window? The one with the chipped paint and the loose hinge? Inside it, on the second shelf, there's a coffee cup I never let anyone touch. Not your mother. Not the helpers. Not even myself. It doesn't look special. That's the funny part. It's just a plain ceramic cup, off-white, with a thin brown ring near the rim that never quite went away. The handle is a little crooked, like it was attached in a hurry. If you saw it in a thrift store, you'd walk right past it. But that cup holds my whole marriage. Your grandfather's name was Henry. People always say your grandfather as if he were born old, but once upon a time, he was young and awkward and had hair that refused to stay combed. I met him in 1958, at a small bus station cafe in Ohio. I was 20, working mornings before my shift at the library. He came in every day at exactly 6:40 a.m., ordered black coffee, and sat at the corner table with yesterday's newspaper. The first week, we didn't say a word to each other. The second week, he smiled. The third week, he said, "Morning," like it was the bravest thing he'd ever done, and by the fourth week, he brought his own cup. I remember laughing. "Sir," I said, "we have plenty of cups here." He looked embarrassed, held it with both hands, and said, "I know. I like this one." That was Henry. He didn't explain himself unless he had to. He kept bringing that cup every morning. Same seat. Same time. Same order. One day, I reached for it to wash it, like I did with all the others. He gently stopped me. "I'll take care of it," he said. I thought it was strange, but not rude. Just particular. A year later, we were married. Life didn't turn out like the movies. There were no grand houses or fancy vacations. We rented a small place with creaky floors and a heater that worked only when it felt like it. Henry worked at the factory. I worked part-time and raised your mother and uncle. We learned early how to stretch a dollar and how to forgive quickly. Every morning, Henry drank coffee from that same cup. And every morning, when I reached for it after breakfast, he'd smile and say, "I'll wash it." At first, I thought it was about control. Or maybe pride. I even asked him once, half joking, "What do you think I'll do, break it?" He shook his head. "No. I just like doing it." So I let him. Years passed. The children grew. The house filled with noise, laughter, arguments, slammed doors, slammed feelings. Some days, Henry came home tired and quiet. Some days, I was the tired one. We didn't always agree. There were nights we went to bed without saying goodnight. But in the morning, there was always that cup. Henry would rise before dawn, careful not to wake me. I'd hear the soft clink of the spoon, the low hum of the kettle. When I joined him at the table, he'd slide a second cup toward me, mine clean and warm. His cup, though? That one stayed in his hands. He washed it himself. One winter, when money was especially tight, the handle cracked. I offered to throw it away. He looked at me like I'd suggested selling the house. "No," he said quietly. "It's still good." He glued it back together and used it for another 20 years. You know, children think love is in the big things. Weddings. Gifts. Grand gestures. But marriage is built out of mornings. Out of habits so small you almost miss them. That cup became part of our rhythm. Then came the year Henry got sick. It didn't happen all at once. It never does. First, he got tired more easily, then the coffee sat untouched some mornings. Then the doctors started using careful voices. I took over more things around the house. Cooking. Cleaning. Paying bills. One morning, as I was washing dishes, I picked up his cup out of habit. He noticed immediately. His hand covered mine, gentle but firm. "Let me," he said. I smiled, but my eyes burned. "Henry, you're tired." "I know." That was all he said. So I let him wash it. Even when his hands shook. Even when it took him longer. Even when I wanted to cry watching him struggle. That cup wasn't about coffee anymore. It was about dignity. About holding on to something that made him feel like himself. The last morning he drank from it, he couldn't finish the cup. He held it in both hands, staring at the steam like it held answers. "I should have bought you a better house," he said suddenly. I laughed through tears. "You gave me a better life." He smiled. "Promise me something." "What?" "Don't wash my cup." I didn't understand at the time. I thought he meant that day. I promised anyway. Henry passed away 3 weeks later. The house became very quiet after that. The kind of quiet that rings in your ears. People came with casseroles and sympathy cards. They stayed an hour. 2, maybe. Then they left. I was still there. One morning, months later, I opened the cabinet and saw the cup. Unwashed. Still holding the faint scent of coffee. And I understood. That cup wasn't a chore he claimed. It was a way of saying, "This is mine to carry. Let me do this one small thing for myself." So I kept my promise. I never washed it. I rinsed everything else. Scrubbed, dried, stacked. But that cup stayed just as he left it. Sometimes I'd take it out and hold it. Sometimes I'd sit at the table with it in front of me and talk to him like he was late for work. Years went by. Your mother worried I was holding on too tightly. Maybe I was. But love doesn't disappear just because time passes. When your grandfather's hands couldn't hold me anymore, the cup held the memory of him. Now, when you visit and ask why I keep an old, cracked cup in a cabinet, this is why. Because love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, "Let me do this." One day, when I'm gone, you may find that cup and wonder why I kept it. If you do, I hope you remember this story. And I hope you learn this, my dear, love lives in the smallest habits. In the things we choose to protect. In the cup we never let anyone else wash. Now, go put the kettle on. And be gentle with the things you love.